Alright, so we're going to start this form analysis for Tyler. You can see as you're running in slow motion, basically what you're doing right here. So I'm going to just go back. So right here is where you're landing, and it's definitely well in front of the body. So your knees are taking in a lot of pressure, and you're landing on your heel. But I think the most important thing is like what your propulsive method is. So when you're going up and you're landing, notice your leg landing, it's taking a load, it's coming through, and then it's pushing off, but just barely. So your push off is very light, and then you're going right into the landing position. So your air time is very, very minimal. If you see that, so it's like you're going from this frame, 1, 2, 3, almost 3 to 4 frames later, you're already landing on your other foot. Now notice your right leg. This is in your right leg. This is your propulsive method right here. You're trying to make your leg kick out as far as possible by being, as comfortable as possible. And then you're landing. Then you're recharging, and then you're pushing off slightly. 2, 3, 4. You're already landing again. And then you're using your hips to pull your leg forward to land again. So just showing you in slow motion. And we'll do that again. It's just you're using your hip muscles as your propulsive method. And what we want to do is we want to use more of your glutes as your propulsive method. If you're using your glutes, you can push off harder. You can have more power, and that's a better propulsive method. So basically, just being aware that you're using more of your hips to pull your leg forward, and then kind of land on your heel. So ideally, we want to land midfoot, but you're definitely hitting your heel prior to landing. So I think some things you need to work on are landing midfoot strike, and also working on your propulsive method, being your glutes as opposed to your hip flexors. Because you can tell right here your hip flexors are really working right now. So like this is your push off on your right foot, and it's landing, and then this is where your speed is right here. This motion right here is where you're doing your propulsive method. Then you're landing on your heel. Then this is just like an interim period right here. You are just waiting right here with your right foot. Now your left foot is the one that's propulsing forward as far as possible to send the right foot to do the exact same thing. So just some things to work on. I might be sending you a video of drills that you can do to kind of help out with that. But yeah, I think we need to work on using your glutes more as a propulsive method instead of your hips and your hip flexor muscles.